So I just saw a video of somebody saying that they used ChatGPT to act as a Chinese medicine doctor and to use facial mapping to identify any possible ailments or deficiencies or imbalances. And, being the queen of AI, I had to try it out. So I'm going to tell you what it gave me. I uploaded a picture of my face in very natural light so that I could see anything and everything. And I'm going to share the prompt that I used because I created a super in-depth one to get this response in. But first I want to share the response, and then I'm going to share the prompt, and the end of the prompt is really important. So make sure you take note to that. So the first thing it said was that my forehead looked nice and clear, which typically it says reflects balanced heart and small intestine. So that's really good. It said that if I have any slight dryness or tension, that might indicate stress or overthinking, which can also affect the heart energy. It told me for that to practice calming activities like meditation, reduce caffeine, and add cooling foods like cucumber and mint if feeling overheated or anxious, which is really cool. Probably not going to cut the caffeine though. It said that between my eyebrows, which you can see I do have really deep lines, it says there is slight darkness or congestion, which could suggest liver QI stagnation, which is often linked to stress, anger, or poor sleep. I have a 3-year-old, so poor sleep tracks. It told me to support my liver health with bitter greens, so like dandelion or arugula. Surprisingly, dandelion comes up for a lot of stuff. Apparently, it's very medicinal. Chrysanthemum tea, and to avoid greasy foods, regular movement like walking or yoga will help. It mentioned my under eyes, and I have concealer on now, but I don't really have puffy under eyes, but I do have darker under eyes. And it said the slight darkness may indicate a deficiency in the kidney QI or essence, which could be due to fatigue, dehydration, or stress. So again, I don't sleep well. I have a 3-year-old. I don't drink as much water as I should. And so it says to prioritize rest. Wouldn't that be nice? Stay warm on it, and nourish kidneys with black sesame seeds, walnuts, and goji berries, and bone broth. Avoid overwork and cold raw foods, which is hard because I love sushi. It mentioned that my cheeks are slightly flushed, which could suggest some heat in the lungs or stomach. This could relate to digestion or respiratory system imbalances, so avoid spicy foods. Talked about my nose, spleen, stomach, and heart. The nose appears clear, but slight redness or dryness can indicate something is off in the spleen or stomach. And you have weak digestion. So strengthen the spleen with warming foods like ginger, sweet potatoes, and avoid cold drinks. It said my lips looked a bit pale, for sure, which could be a deficiency in the spleen or a blood deficiency. So boost it with cooked foods, chicken, root vegetables, add more iron-rich foods. It mentioned my jawline. They said it's quite clear. If I do get congestion, it's typically linked to hormonal imbalances, kidney-related issues. So support hormonal imbalance with rest, reduce stress, and eat nourishing foods like seaweed, flaxseed, and black beans. And then it gave me like an entire schedule, digestion to help with my sleep, hydration, diet, emotions, like a full plan. So insane, super cool. And I'm going to give you the prompt, and remember the end of the prompt is super important. So I said, hey, ChatGPT, I want you to act as an expert traditional Chinese medicine practitioner specializing in facial mapping diagnostics. I will be submitting a natural, unfiltered photo of my face, and based on these principles, analyze my facial features to identify possible internal imbalances, organ deficiencies, or health concerns. Please follow these steps. Use the 5 elements theory to correlate different areas of my face to internal organs, right? So my forehead, small intestine, lungs, chin, nose, spleen, stomach, and between my eyebrows. Analyze any visible signs such as skin tone or coloration, puffiness, swelling or sagging, lines, wrinkles, or specific marks. Texture, irregularities like oil or dryness. Identify any Q stagnation, yin-yang imbalances, blood deficiency, dampness, heat, or cold patterns. Provide personalized traditional Chinese medicine solutions to address any imbalances, including herbal remedies, dietary advice, acupuncture pressure points, and lifestyle changes to support organ health and energy flow. And then if needed, ask clarifying questions about my symptoms, emotions, or lifestyle to refine your recommendations. And say,